Now this is a rom-com moment if there ever was one. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce just gave us another adorable scene straight out of a Hallmark movie, except it all went down on the streets of NYC, not some snowy small town in Vermont. Picture this. The two lovebirds roll up to a fancy Torrisi restaurant for a low-key dinner date. Swift's usual bubble of security is doing their thing, but here's where it gets cute. Travis hops out of the car, swaggers around to the other side, and opens the door for Taylor like it's 1954 and he's auditioning for The Notebook NFL edition. And get this, her bodyguard, who usually handles the door duties like a human vault, actually lets him. Yup, dude just gave a nod like, "Go on, Romeo, she's all yours."
Taylor! Hi, can you take a picture? Welcome back to New York!
Insiders say the two were all smiles, totally soaking in their summer date vibes. Taylor looked casually perfect in a light blue tank and skirt, while Travis went full chill mode in a tee and white shorts. Of course, they strolled in hand like they're walking the runway for couple goals. And let's not miss the part where Kelce, ever the Midwestern sweetheart, shook hands with a restaurant employee on the way out. I mean, who does that? It's giving mom raised me right energy. Apparently this cozy date night is just one of many now that Taylor's wrapped up her record-shattering Eras Tour. Sources spill that this fall is going to be their first full NFL season together without tour chaos. No last-minute jet rides from Tokyo to Kansas City, no sneaking in kisses between sound checks, just her, him, and football. And from what sources are whispering, she's so ready to finally be that sideline girlfriend living her best NFL wag life. Minus the reality show drama, of course. Meanwhile, over on the internet, where fans have magnifying glasses permanently glued to their screens, things took a weird little detour thanks to Chicago PD star Marina Squareotti and a swimsuit pic. Yeah, 1 minute she's casually vibing poolside with a bathing suit snap and a Taylor Swift track playing in the background. Next minute, Swifties are practically handing her a membership card and a friendship bracelet. So what caused the fan frenzy? The background track just happened to be Florida, aka the angsty sunshine anthem from Taylor's latest heartbreak album, The Tortured Poets Department. Obviously, that was enough for fans to assume Marina had just declared herself Team Tay. One eager keyboard detective slid into the comments, "Oh, so you're a Swiftie now?" complete with that side-eye emoji that practically screams gotcha. But Marina, she shut it down faster than a toddler's bedtime tantrum. A simple nope, but it's a good song was all it took. No explanation, no drama, just nope. Still, fans weren't ready to give up. One shot back with a playful, "Well, you should be, it's a fantastic lifestyle." And honestly, they're not wrong. I mean, who wouldn't want a life full of glitter, Easter eggs, and 3-hour concert cardio? Thing is, Marina's just enjoying a good song without joining the glitter cult. Not every playlist edition means someone's ready to fight for Eras Tour tickets with the tenacity of a Black Friday shopper. But speaking of fighting, Dave Portnoy is throwing hands at the air over what he's calling the Taylor Swift tax. Yep, apparently the universe has decided to start taxing vibes. And Rhode Island is leading the charge with a plan to slap wealthy second home owners with some serious property taxes. And who's caught in the tax crosshairs? None other than T. Swift herself, because of course she is. Back in 2013, Taylor casually dropped $17 million on a beachy mega mansion in Watch Hill, Rhode Island, like she was buying a new pair of boots. Now, thanks to this new proposed law, she could be coughing up an extra $136,000 every year just for the crime of owning fancy real estate with ocean views and probably a panic room. Portnoy, who proudly reps the Swiftie lifestyle, is not having it. He ranted on air that even though he doesn't technically own a home in Rhode Island, he's got places close enough, and he's not about to let this kind of tax tomfoolery creep across state lines. Honestly, he's giving off that guy at the bar energy, the one who's yelling about politics after one too many IPAs, but make it billionaire style. He joked that if Massachusetts tried something similar and named the tax after him, he might let it slide purely out of ego. Like, sure, tax me 6 figures, but call it the Portnoy Palace tax and we're cool. Portnoy's got home stash like Monopoly properties in Montauk, Saratoga Springs, Miami, and Nantucket, where he made a casual $42 million splurge that broke records and probably local hearts. But even with all that luxury real estate, he's still shaking in his loafers about Rhode Island getting any bright ideas. Apparently being rich and famous is hard these days, especially when your beachfront mansion comes with an annual side of sticker shock. But then just when you're thinking Taylor's only making headlines for taxes and touchdowns, she swoops in and pulls a move so pure it could melt even the coldest troll on the internet. This time, it wasn't about record sales or stage lights. It was about real, quiet human kindness that hit people right in the feels. Case in point, sports broadcaster and all-around tough cookie Erin Andrews basically had a full-on tear fest thanks to Tay's latest low-key act of compassion. Rewind back to the moment Swift popped into the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital down in Florida. No press, no entourage with clipboards, not even a glam squad in tow. She just showed up, hair tied back, vibes chill, and spent 4 straight hours hanging out with sick kids and their families. Not take a photo op and dip energy. She actually sat with them, cracked jokes, listened to their stories, gave out hugs, and just existed with them like a regular human. And honestly, that hits harder than a surprise album drop at midnight. The internet finally caught wind of it when the hospital shared a few unfiltered snaps and videos. No filters, no angles, just Swift being a full-on angel in sneakers. That's when Andrews, while co-hosting her podcast, full-on admitted she was sobbing like someone just played All Too Well on loop. She couldn't get over how Taylor didn't just show up for the kids, but how she gave exhausted parents a few golden moments of peace and normalcy in between the chaos of hospital life. Insiders say this wasn't a one-off thing either. Apparently, Tay's made a habit of dropping in and lifting spirits without ringing the PR alarm. And sure, she gets dragged for her NFL presence or her mansion taxes, but it's stuff like this that reminds people why she's more than just glitter and heartbreak bangers. And now apparently legal drama because welcome to the Swift cinematic universe, where there's always a plot twist and someone's always trying to subpoena your group chat. Yep, Taylor Swift just got pulled back into her bestie Blake Lively's messy legal showdown with Justin Baldoni over It Ends With Us, and things are getting so juicy. Even courtroom transcripts are starting to sound like diss track lyrics. So here's the tea. Baldoni's team wants the receipts, literally, of whatever Blake may or may not have texted Taylor about the on-set drama. And even though Tay is trying to stay out of it like she's dodging an ex at a brunch spot, the judge says, "Nice try, hand over the iMessages." Allegedly, Papa Swift tried to be the sneaky MVP and offered some intel to get the subpoena dropped, but that play didn't stick. Now, insiders are saying Scott Swift's not backing down and is ready to lawyer up with full-on Wall Street chessboard energy. You just know he's the kind of dad who brings a legal pad and color-coded tabs to a family meeting. Meanwhile, Travis Kelce's doing more than just catching footballs. He's reportedly unfollowing Ryan Reynolds like it's high school drama hour on Instagram. That's right, the bromance may be on ice, because nothing screams "I'm with her" louder than a subtle social media snip-snip. And sure, Travis and Scott look like they're just handing out chicken tenders and high fives in public. But according to those in the know, behind the wholesome dad jokes and touchdown celebrations are 2 men operating like CIA agents in dad jeans. And while the boys are busy playing Team Taylor, our girl is casually adding yet another jewel to her already blinding crown. Because apparently, breaking hearts and internet records isn't enough. Now she's breaking actual music history too. Her album Midnights just got crowned the greatest 10th studio album by a female artist this century. Like, pause for applause. Rolling Stone gave it the number 21 spot overall, sitting right behind Queen Aretha, which is basically the music version of sitting at the cool kids table and bringing snacks. And the wildest part? Taylor didn't even drop new music this year. Nope. She's just holding Travis's hand, crushing stadium tours, dodging subpoenas, and still managing to leave Billboard gasping for air. With 149 shows, 21 countries, and nearly 2 years of Eras Tour madness under her glitter belt, she's proving once again that silence doesn't mean she's off the radar. It just means she's loading her next power move. While the rest of us are still trying to process daylight savings, Swift's bending time and space with a 2022 album that won't quit. Icon behavior only. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.